Does he actually win? Do we find out?
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack.
Yeah, you're currently in a special story mode.
Vimara Village and see what's going on.
Considering the fact that I can't teleport anywhere, yeah.
Hey, look at those hilichurls. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
Cause... I don't know. Wait, I hear something. Something screwed up the ley lines and everything else around the ley lines.
In the new world, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun.
What?
At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy.
Like the idea of differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy because there's no sense of a difference. Are we talking about normality here?
Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just
Someone's
now?
voice.
It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilichurls in some way?
Is that the voice of the sinner that we just heard?
Oh, this is weird.
Yeah, that's not normal. What do I expect? More hilichurls?
Looks like the same thing is happening over here, too. The hilichurls are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears.
The voice again, it's the sinner. The sinner who tried to appeal to everybody.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
What?
In the end, he whispered softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
The voice within the dream brought out into reality. Huh. It's almost like the idea of normality and reality have been divided.
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the hilichurls have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least.
Maybe not.
Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager.
Okay. Yeah, but are we actually in the dream space? 3, 2, 1. Can you please remember now that we're in a dream space?
Grandpa Medea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order's...
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of. Thank you for your concern.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about...
Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Was there never a missing person at all? Or maybe the person who was always there never was considered missing.
Huh?
You don't remember? Things got even more complicated. That's odd. There's no such thing as a missing person. Are we actually in a dream space where we hear a voice? And the person who's actually missing, who is missing in the real world, is not missing here? Or has their memories been wiped clean? Similar to Dane's Leaf, where their memories got manipulated.
You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. That's kind of the whole reason we're here after...
I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. At least right now, I can't seem to recall.
But how is that?
Ask the other guy. With the frickin' bandana on his head.
Definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about... What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again?
Possibly, since Dane's Leaf was the one who had his memories screwed up, and my guess is the Abyss Order wanted to get through to him to get to the eye. But then again, was it really about the eye? It's too early to say. We should check on the others first.
You're right.
What about the young guy? He has no excuse, does he? Aside from barely having an inhaler. Wait, was that the guy we talked to? Yes, he's got that bandana.
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Just as expected.
Nobody remembers because every single person's memory in this village has been wiped clean.
That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one he's around 20 years old, and you said...
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I don't think he does.
Really? You remember...
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. Then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
Have you seen him recently?
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too.
Where? Where was it? So we can catch up with him and find out. Is it the sibling?
Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
Yeah, like the dream space that I mentioned, where we went to a time where, like the idea where he's not considered missing yet. I doubt returning to the past would be that simple. Really? Do we travel back in time? Given everything they mentioned, the disturbance with the ley lines and safe more likely related to the memories in some way, I need to think carefully. What is really going on? Okay! People have forgotten about the missing person. We've returned to a point before the disappearance took place. We are presently traversing someone's memories.
If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared, that... If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
People have forgotten about the missing person. Well, that's not true.
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, no one remembers him.
I'm gonna stop talking.
Because there's been a change in people's memories.
Okay, one of these statements is true in a situation like this. Which one? 1 out of 3. And I have at least 2 tries to get it right. Actually, 3. It's not that people have forgotten, because the last person we talked to clearly remembers someone leaving the village with somebody else. And my guess is the old guy doesn't remember anything, because obviously. We could have messaged somebody about the lovers. My guess is it could have been to a point before the disappearance took place. That's my guess. But then again, if it was a memory, memories are extremely fickle, because if it was something like the Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, we would have seen some inconsistencies with like memory shaping. Like when we talked to the Wanderer, aka the Balladeer, certain things like certain details, like from Inazuma, changed between the storylines. So we didn't see any of that. So, survey says this.
Time travel is extremely difficult to perform.
Nope. We are traversing someone's memories because we're in a dream space.
Right. Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory.
I forgot about the ley line things as well. Because, like, just frickin' so many things I'm trying to take into consideration of, and I forget something else.
Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing.
Really
it's a memory after all.
We really are in someone else's memory.
Right. If he's someone who only exists... But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him?
I think I have an idea. That tree with the vines last time.
Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last?
That's
We might get an idea. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to...
implant memories in the minds of others. Kissing. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right! That! Can we, does it maybe leave a trace that would
Implanting memories in the minds of others is a imperfect process. There's no way the new memories could blend with the new ones. There has to be some kind of tell. Uh-oh. Scenes from the false memories will not change.
All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village. But I'm still not sure if they're restricted to this location.
Time does not pass within false memories.
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection.
False memories are easily forgotten. No. 2. What?
There's a difference between memories.
Time does not pass within false memories. Because that was mentioned the last time with regards to... I forgot what's her name, but she brought somebody over the tree to discuss like a connection. So...
No
that one.
wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit. That must mean that's the tell of the fake memory. The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell, like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing 2 different... That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
I didn't think of the moment in time part, but I just thought it was like Inception logic. If we consider this in conjunction with the already know, the question of remember this seems to be an obvious answer. Atosa, Dainsleif, in whose memory is this place? Not Dainsleif, because Dainsleif came in way after. But then again, was he around for a while? Atosa, because...
The color of the sky.
Yes, her! Atosa's memory.
Right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Are we in her memory? In which case, how the hell did we get into her memory?
Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around
I'm gonna
dusk.
break my controller by
Just like
spamming
right
X.
now.
Okay!
Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's...
So we gotta go over where they'll be. So we're reliving a memory again. Who is this?
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things.
Finally done with
It's
the
okay
quest.
if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
What?
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman.
Is this one of the sinners?
You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
No, we are just an anomaly. An error within the Matrix. We finally found him. But why does he look kind of familiar? Was it the sinner? Is it one of the sinners?
Oh, right! This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet!
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Yes, and your... what's his name? The sinner that Dainsleif talked about? Bandage. Why? Does he have Elazar? Factoring the memories of the disorder, the loom of fate, and everything I need to think of a person, connect this all together. Alaric the Visionary. Caribert Alaric the Visionary.
Dane's
Birthful heir.
brother. One of the 5 sinners of Conria.
Him? Nope.
No.
Caribert Albric, Clothar Albric.
Born into abject sorrow. The founder of the Abyss Order.
Was he familiar? Him? Nope. Caribert. I can barely remember Caribert.
You're... Caribert Alberic.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before. Oh, I see. It was the
What is
memory,
Clothar's
wasn't
son?
it?
Oh,
Your
okay.
sibling's memory. You saw... the me from back then. This is Atosa's memory. I
The one
came
who
here to
was-
say goodbye to her.
The one who was turned... Wait, what? Caribert was Clother's son. The one who was turned into a hilichurl. So this is him before he turned into a hilichurl?
But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Inside of another reality. What is this? I do not know what any of that says. It does not look like Japanese, and I don't expect it to look like Japanese. Why is there always text outside of the central view of whatever you're looking at? He was a kid when he was turning Hillstroll. This is him if he was grown up. Ooh. The proof of existence. As if Jesus ever ran. You gotta get your inhaler.
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. As you well know.
You look quite exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this. And now, the time has finally arrived.
There's a rare opportunity for me as well to try to learn much information from her. What exactly happened to you? What exactly is the Loom of Fate?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the Loom of Fate.
Somehow existing as a memory outside of reality?
But, despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the Loom of Fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the Loom of Fate.
That's why he no longer exists outside of people's memories.
As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Really?
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But, as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own.
Now we're like the idea of a Loom of Fate creating memories. I'm really wondering if the Abyss Orders try to do something with that.
Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
So that was a source of your ability to implant memories?
Yes. I have the ability to control the Loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
So that's what happened after the experiment with Coalheart? He killed you in an effort to create this Loom of Fate and in an effort to start the Abyss Order so you could somehow influence memories and then become a full Loom of Fate. So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dane's mind were implanted by Caribert through the half-finished Loom of Fate. That makes sense, but still lost is why he went to introduce all the residents of Vimara. Why did you implant memories of yourself into the people of Vimara Village?
That. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well.
Yeah.
I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life.
That's why I would have never guessed. But is there any kind of meaning to this? Why someone was sacrificed to change the memories of somebody else? Does only existing in people's memories really count as living? What counts as living? If you never had a chance, can you create a false chance?
I know what you must be thinking.
Considering the fact that I'm in a mental space and whatever I'm thinking of is also going to be lined up with whatever you're going to get.
Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya. Baram. Granny Jahiyat. Atosa.
Mm-hmm.
What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago.
So you've been living a lie. A mental lie inside of the memories of other people. And now you're just trying to come to terms with what never should have been.
Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness, left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
In the end, it all stems from the tragedy that occurred in Comaria back then. Everyone is looking for you.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me.
Because you never existed in the real world.
If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all.
Mm-hmm. Even though you only appear in their memories, your existence was a great comfort to them. They all believed you once lived among them.
I know.
But how can you really prove that which never existed? Finally, let's continue this conversation another time. Dane might need...
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Why? Who won?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing.
That you're ready to come to terms with yourself and stop living a life and actually cease to exist as a loom of fate?
The loom of fate has already been completed.
Okay. So you're gonna be complete? The loom of fate is already complete? That means the eye of the first Hilder must have fallen in the hands of the Abyss. Could something have happened to Dane?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he?
Really? I didn't know.
His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the prince.
Mm-hmm. And then speak to the sibling and ask him what?
He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
But he never handed me the eye. Did he? Through a false memory?
That's right. Because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Did he literally lie to himself? And manipulated his own memories? While not cutting too deep into the manipulative memory already implanted by the Abyss? Wait, does that mean he gave Dane a false memory? What? You made him think that? When?
Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait.
He was about to say something. He already gave me the eye.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
What have you said or done? So when Dane first met, it was because the false memory was being implanted in his mind. No wonder.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye.
Okay. So that's a whole other memory scenario right then and there.
Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real.
Dang!
I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
So Dane had the eye the whole time until the Abyss Order took it away. I'm not sure if there's anything we could have done. Now the Loom is completed, what are you going to do with it?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the Prince is planning.
Okay.
Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture.
Yeah. You're trying to compare yourself to God again. Well, actually not again, but I'm just, like, trying to compare yourself to God.
In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate. You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory, after he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my Hilichurl form. I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish.
Because you woke up and realized that you were frickin' horrified by your own physical form.
To comfort me, my father told me a story. This was a fairy tale world, where that story managed to dispel my fears. Even if just for a moment.
Dang! When you try to come from that, you lied to yourself.
My goal was simple. To use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest.
Okay.
To implant a specific memory into the minds of the Hilichurls.
Because you wanted to calm every other Hilichurl with a false idea?
In that memory, I would tell them a story. Just like my father did.
The thing that caused the Hilichurls cut down was CARIBERT'S story. This was his goal. That was the only thing he wanted. He had a device as powerful as the Loom of Fate as disposal. He wanted to do is offer the Hilichurls a moment of comfort and peace.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
Perhaps.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's...
Yep. Done. Now he's gonna cease to exist. And so he's gonna go away as a lesser Loom of Fate, become the greater one only to be used by the Abyss. I forgot about the rag. I forgot that the Hilichurl and the sibling, he never got a chance to live an actual life, despite wanting to.
Looks like I was too late to see Caribert one last time.
Now when did he show up? Is he real? Nope.
Caribert's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation?
Why? Why the Abyss Order? Why when both of you got sent to Tevat, you were somehow 500 years apart? Why become the
The
Prince of the
chance
Abyss
to
Order?
just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. That battle earlier was tough.
Mm-hmm. Who won? Dainsley, for you.
The one against Dane. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the
Traveler was
Twilight
asleep for
Sword.
500 years.
Even after 500 years.
The siblings woke up early. Okay. What exactly are you playing? What are you gonna do with the Loom of Fate?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. There's still time before the heavenly principles awaken.
Well, that's a whole other excuse. I don't even know where to begin.
Yes. For 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity.
Why? Why? Like hell rose on earth within Conria and heaven's like, well, nothing to see here.
Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes?
Yes.
Such a flagrant disregard for the rules. And still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
You really hate the Heavenly Principles. I'm pretty sure he's not the only one. Like maybe the Focalor, or maybe one of the other the Archons that we haven't met yet, simply because they have their reasons for hating. But oh well.
You could say that.
Yeah.
Just look at Caribert. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was, even as a hilly churl. Seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist?
Should I be looking at you, considering the fact that you were actually the one who brought the Abyss Order into reality? Should I be looking at Clohar? Or should I be looking at the sinner who encouraged Clohar through you to get Clohar to interact with Caribert to undergo that experiment?
Of course. That's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words.
Because the idea of an unfair thing for someone who wanted to exist but couldn't, an unsatisfied desire, somehow existed under heaven. Or the Heavenly Principles. Why is God so discriminatory?
Lumine?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask.
Wait, what?
One thing I could never... Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
Because they want to put all the work on the players. That's why.
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end.
Okay.
Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together.
Why are you traveling between worlds together?
You told me. You wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine.
Despite the fact that you're both not physically there.
But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
Because you're basically the sibling that got thrown to the side and is experiencing the things that caused themselves to be repressed, and they kind of took on the antagonists throughout the whole entire series.
What's going on?
Or is this whole entire thing. The twins could potentially be millions of years old. They're implied to have witnessed the birth and death of stars, but the only confirmed age for them is so far as 500 plus. Or maybe this whole entire thing between the two of them is a goddamn lie, and my guess is the Aether that we see in front of us is not actually real.
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer.
Dang, the glass is cracking.
In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With CARIBERT gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
Dang! We wouldn't even be able to know.
Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
And we'd never know. Yeah, 500 years later. And there's no way to know for sure, because how else could you know?
Still so sleepy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw... Oh,
okay.
And Dean came by just now? It looked like he was injured.
So he actually fought the sibling and lost?
He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were alright and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
I'm having trouble thinking straight right now.
Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called CARIBERT.
But... Wait, what? We were in that memory?
He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
And he told me about the little fate.
Wait, really? What a score!
His leaf hasn't pulled out of his spidey senses yet. What? I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager existed in people's memories was CARIBERT all along. But now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to the villagers.
Well, what happened after that?
Does the traveler remember? After that, I can't seem to remember. Dang. I'm tired, may feel like something else happened. Why can't I remember? I'm not sure why, but it feels like I've lost something. Dang.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Yes.
Bayram? You sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers.
Good! You learned to solve your own problems instead of constantly expecting everybody else to solve your problems.
So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him.
What?
According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. It looked like quite a happy family, apparently. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened.
So that's how CARIBERT said his goodbyes. That was the last memory he gave him.
Oh, and we also remembered his name, CARIBERT. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
Okay. Make sure you remember it this time. So everybody in the real world actually remembered, despite the reality, despite him never existing.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks CARIBERT left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now.
CARIBERT is gone, the little fate is now complete, and no one else will try to change the village's memory.
Paimon wonders how Atosa's doing. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now.
She said that you don't get to talk to him again. Like a tearjerker.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Caribert now.
Sealy behind the tree.
Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
Maybe he wanted you to forget him. I'm sure he wouldn't want you to... Okay.
He always seemed to appear out of nowhere. If Caribert wants me to forget about the time we spent together, then I'm willing to try.
Okay, so you won't have to worry about it ever again.
I relied on him for a lot of things, but I'm sure with enough time, even the deepest of attachments can fade.
Yes. You were really hoping he would be there, but he never was there. And all it was a memory.
Okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face.
That's fine.
I was dumped, wasn't I?
I'm really starting to wonder that was the thing as well. But you were never hit on in the first place because none of it was real. And I was starting to wonder the same thing. But even if you wanted to say it was all a dating thing... I was dumped, wasn't I? Yes, you were.
Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
Because that's what being dumped is. Hi! And then the next day, bye! Because that's kind of a whole other dating scenario. I'm not even sure about what to say at that point.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Caribert said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious.
Because it's not easy to think about people you were with before and you kind of wonder back then, what, did any of that mean anything? Yeah, it kind of meant something.
And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day.
No, that's not how it works.
Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two.
Well,
yes.
That should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right. Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Caribert?
Also, Atosa left. Alright, what happened? I can't remember. Feels like there's something in my pocket.
A picture?
Oh! You must get along with the two of you. What? Did he actually give her a picture? Really? A picture of the sibling. BAM! Well, at least that was normal. At least a physical evidence of picture. Bedtime story.